Hi everyone, I know it might be quite hard to see because my camera's like really bad quality, but these are just a few of the bracelets that I've made. Some have been recent, some are quite old, but I've all made them through the same method, and that's Japanese weaving. It's really simple and it's easy, and it also takes really quick to make. Like if you just consistently carry on consistently, you can probably make one in about maybe even less than 10 minutes, obviously if you're fast at it, but it is really quite easy. You probably can see that there's like different patterns you can do, like depending on how you set out your strings at the start. So I'll just be showing you how to make them. Now there are actually sets that you can buy, I think they're made of plastic, and maybe they're a bit more complicated. They've probably got more like slits in it, and you can probably make more complicated patterns. But this is a way that is just really easy, cheap, doesn't cost any money, apart from obviously you need string, but you probably have that lying around. It's just a really great way. If you don't know where to buy the special kits from, you can just make it at home from any sort of old cardboard you've got. So this is just from some cake box, but you can use like a detergent cardboard box or cereal box, literally anything made out of cardboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this a piece of cardboard, scrap cardboard that I got from my recycling bin, and I'm going to cut it into an octagon, which is an 8-sided shape. It doesn't have to be a perfect, just as long as it's got the 8 sides. No one's complaining. Ta-da! See, it's not perfect, but oh well. And now what you're going to do is you're going to cut like about 2 centimetre long slits into each of the sides, so it would be 8. Obviously, they don't all have to be the same length, doesn't really matter, just so you can put the string in them. And I'm just gonna twist my scissors in like this to create a hole. Be careful though, because you don't want the scissors to come through the other side and poke your fingers. So that's done. These are all the colours I've used. So I've got like a hot pink, a greeny turquoisey colour, blue and yellow, and I've already cut them out into 7 longish strips. And because you want it to go around your wrist to make a bracelet, and it obviously goes short as you weave into a pattern, whilst it's out straight you want it to go around your wrist about just over twice, to ensure that like when it's weaved into the bracelet it won't be too short to go around your wrist, because it does get shorter. It won't be this long when it's weaved, it will be shorter. So now I've got all my strings and put them together, and I'm just going to tie a little knot. I don't want to use too much space, so I'm going to bring it down so to use as less string as possible, because I don't want to waste any. So now I've done that, I'm just going to pick up my thingy, my octagon, and I'm just going to post it through the hole. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but ta-da! And now when you pull it, it should be quite like not coming through the other side. And you're just going to put all your strings into 7 of the slits, and you leave 1 slit empty. So I'm gonna do what I think might make a bit of a pattern. I'm not quite sure how it will turn out, but you know, I think it will be good. I'm not really sure. Don't really have a clue what I'm doing, but hey ho. Hopefully this will turn out into an alright pattern, but we'll just have to see. I think that will make something uniform, I don't know. But oh well, it all looks good. So now what you do is there's a little slit here, if you can see, and you count from the slit, you count 3 gaps anti-clockwise, so 1, 2, 3, and you bring, so this is the yellow one, and you bring it down to the empty gap. And this is just a repeated action which eventually leads to making a bracelet. So you twist it around so you've got the empty slit at the bottom, count 1, 2, 3 anti-clockwise, bring it down, slit to the bottom, 1, 2, 3 anti-clockwise, bring it down, slit to the bottom, 1, 2, 3 anti-clockwise, bring it down. Right, I know I've repeated it like 4 times, but it's just to get it into your head. And obviously how I've done it just now is keeps turning it around, and that takes longer, but that is an easy way to remember. But if you think that you can sort of memorise this a bit, if you're quite good with your memory, and if you can just use your common sense, just think, so you've done 3 to the gap, and instead of twisting it round, so you've got this at the bottom, you can do it so the one that you've just put in the gap, you count 2 clockwise, and that goes into the gap. So I've just put the pink one in, and I count 2 clockwise, and that goes into the gap. And this way, you don't have to keep twisting it so the empty one's at the bottom. So I've just put that one, I go 2 clockwise into the gap, 2 clockwise into the gap, 2 clockwise into the gap. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this, not recording it because obviously you don't want to watch 10 minutes of just the same thing, and I'll come back in a minute. Bye. Right, I know I haven't finished, I've only just started, but I just wanted to show you it coming through because it's actually really satisfying. Oh, I wish my camera was better quality, but it actually looks really good. Like, it's made a proper pattern, and it's just coming through really well. And another thing I just wanted to remind you is that when you're in the middle of doing it, for some stupid reason, these strings at the bottom that are yet to be weaved get tangled. So every now and then, before it gets too much tangled, just kind of run your fingers through it and undo any like little knots, and like you're brushing hair, because otherwise if the knots get too tangled you'll be spending ages trying to untangle them, and then that defeats the point of this bracelet being really quick and easy. Oh, okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, but you can probably do it quicker if you wanted to. I sort of took my time, and you can see it's come through. Woohoo! A nice pattern. I've made a few mistakes, but it doesn't mean you will. I have done ones about mistakes before, just wasn't my best one. So now you've done enough stitches, what you're going to do is you're just going to pull it out of the cardboard. Be careful not to pull the actual bracelet pattern, just pull the excess string out, and so you've got this now, and you're just going to tie a knot at the end and try not to take up part of the space where the pattern is, just so drag it right down. So pull the string through the loop of the knot and kind of pull it down so it's not taking up room from the bit that you've just done, that you've just threaded. So now you've just got like a string, pattern string, whatever. So it's quite obvious what you have to do now is you just tie it round your wrist and you just tie a little knot and you're done, really. And obviously, like, if you want to make it really neat and perfect and stuff, you can, oh, it's getting a bit caught, you can like do it so you've done the knot, and then you can double knot it if you want, and then you can cut these bits to make like neat trimmings, but I rather just leave it long. So this is how I just wear it. I just tie a singular knot and I just tighten it like that. But maybe did double knot if I was running or something and didn't want to lose it. But I can't really be bothered to cut the ends off. It just makes it easier. So yeah, that's how you do your bracelet, and it's pretty easy, to be honest. And I've got like loads of other patterns, but you can just make them up really. And I think what's good about these bracelets is that they're like really good. Like if you've got someone like a birthday or Christmas present, this can just be like a little extra as well, and it's thoughtful, so you can just like make it for your friends, or I don't know, like your mum or something, or whoever you think would like it, and just like useful little present fillers, to be honest. And obviously they're nice for yourself, and like when you're feeling ill and you're just staying, like if you've got nothing to do all day and you're just having one of those lazy days, you can just make one to keep you occupied. Or if you like just want to have a break from keep going on like your iPhone or whatever, you can just make one of these and you get something at the end of it, so it's all good. But I hope you like my video, and I'm going to make a few more, so try and subscribe if you can, because that would be really great, because I'm going to make more tutorials and like making things and stuff. So yeah, see you later, bye.